Kirov reporting.
Hello comrades. So, we're still pushing our atlas, but it's way too slow. Usually, we have to spam 20 people to buy one map. It's awful. We really need a map auction house in the game. We know it's going to happen soon. It's time to finish Malkoon. At least we need to complete this map once per league. It's not like in PoE 2, where we were forced to play Val Factory, and other terrible maps. You know what? Malkoon isn't that bad actually. Ritual is great, but without scarabs, it's really bad. So, let's try Expedition. It fits perfectly with Flicker gameplay, if we use this keystone. Just avoid physical resistance, and anti-leech. It's so profitable, especially early on. Logbooks are really expensive again. And trading with Tujan are fun, and super profitable. First Eater. Well, that was easy. That's a nice Abyssus. Maybe next time. So, we need new Pantheon. As always, anti-freeze. And reduce effective chill. That's why, instead of Arctic armor, we can use Flesh and Stone. 19% effective hit pool, huge. Flicker Merc, looks interesting. He didn't even kill us, that's a bad sign. And, let's finally kill First Exarch. Good. Alright, last map. Slowly but surely. We finally finished it. We're free. And, here is our Atlas tree, Expedition, Explicits, and Scarabs. Also, we've heard about Doriani's prototype mercenary abuse, and this is extremely unethical. It's kinda weird that GGG didn't predict that. They could easily fix all this, by not letting mercs using unique items. It's great that community found a new way to break the game, but this goes too far. Nothing can compete with the Doriani's prototype merc build. Well, big upgrades is coming. And first, we need new belt. Darkness Enthroned, good well-rounded belt for everything. But, we have to spend more money on Abyss Jewels. We need flat physical damage, resistances, life, and global crit multi. New amulet, we need global crit multi, resistances, and life. Circle of Guild, with increased buff effect, and physical damage. Huge damage boost rings. And, a casual rare helmet. And boots. 13 mil DPS, with 5 link, not bad. But, it doesn't save us from broken mercs. Like what is that? GGG should definitely do something about it. After big PoE 1 pause, we can say that for sure, PoE 2 is so undercooked. Everything feels so much better here. The way you progress your character, endgame, crafting, and most importantly, mapping. But, at least we will get new PoE 1 League in just 4 months. Alright, we've also heard a lot of good stuff about Kinetic Blast Merc. But, people use it to clear map faster, which is not a problem for us, so, we need something else. And after all, we are the main character, not some merc. Alright, the Scarab Atlas tree has finally paid off. But yeah, Molten Shell are so freaking annoying. And the problem is, we just can't fix it. This merc looks good, Grace, Skitterbots, and 10% extra action speed, not bad. Farming Expedition with Big Boom Keystone are so fun. Time to corrupt our determination gems. Well, 2, not bad. First Nameless Seer. Of course, with nothing. This merc looks even better. Max 6 link build, Grace, plus haste. This might be it. So, our merc can use vulnerability gloves, with additional curse ring. Very useful. Also, we need new flasks. Great. New bosses, looks actually cool. Alright, we have to switch to axes. Why? If we use swords, there's no way to counter molten shell goats and spike hedgehogs. However, if we use axes, we can take this mastery, which actually helps against both of those things. So, this 28 quality flesh ripper will be our base. And after that, we waste 3 divine orbs, rip. Damn, this helmet could be expensive. This amulet on a merc will gives us about 15% more damage, great. So, we need to kill Sears. Good. Then, we did something stupid, another reroll. But before that, we tested our ascendancy again, because something felt wrong. And yes, Ancestral Fury actually kinda doubled our damage, which is weird, to be fair. This time, we will try Rocky Out a Dance. Why? Mostly, because Hydrosphere works better with elemental damage, compared to Impale. So, we need Rocky Out a Dance, of course. Heat Shiver. New Abyss Jewels, with flat elemental damage. Boots, with Suppress, movement speed, and life. Rare rings, nothing special, life, resistances, and flat elemental damage. And, new amulet. And yes, it works, but the damage is just horrible. It doesn't look like Hydrosphere tech is still work. So, we decided to test Ancestral Fury, with Hydrosphere again. Does it actually works? And this is where the fun begins. This is probably the most stupid broken mechanic in a game, no joke. So, we tested Ancestral Fury one more time, with Hydrosphere as well, and you won't believe what we found. Well, Ancestral Fury only works if our cursor is above the enemy. This is no joke. When our cursor is aimed at the enemy, we basically proc our clone with every single attack. But, if our cursor somewhere in a corner of the screen, it barely procs. That's why sometimes it feels like we do ZDPS. Also, it seems like GGG fixed Hydrosphere, because it proc only one attack per second. So, we need another reroll. Quick. But first, we need money. 2 div, good, but not enough. There we go, now we are ready. We have to use tier 2 essences again, since tier 1 is way too expensive. Alright, this one is okay. Now we slam couple exalts. GGG delete most of the bad suffixes on a weapon, so using exalts like this is actually worth it. Unlucky, but okay. Then we craft percentage physical, and we're good. 740 physical DPS is not great, but it's okay. Enough of this child's play, we need something stable. Ceaseless Feast is good, but the replica Feral's Fur is such a good quality of life body armor. Another 6 link, sometimes lucky. Let's just sell it, and buy a new one. Since we have some dexterity problem, instead of Lethal Pride, we will use Brutal Restraint. Right here. New Abyss Jewels. New gloves, 10 attack speed, life, and +1 frenzy charge, not bad. Helmet, we can craft this one, we need Deafening Essence of Loathing. And good hybrid base. So, we need high life, big armor and evasion, and most importantly, open suffix. This one is good. Now we just craft Aspect of the Cat. Perfect. New Circle of Guilt, with global crit multi implicit. And, ring with high chaos resist, life, and flat physical damage. With our new tree, we have 80 max resistances, great. And last one, Enlightened Support Gem. So we can fit another aura. Arctic Armor. Also, of course, don't forget about Less Duration, with Aspect of the Cat. And, Mana Leech Jewel. And holy, it feels so great to have maximum frenzy charges permanently. Yes, our damage is lower, according to POB, but the build finally feels good. So, let's kill Shaper. Maven. And Uber Elder. Huh? Where is our voidstone? Weird. So, that's it. The build is still super scuffed, but at least we can play normally now, without one-shots, and problems with frenzy charge generation. And as always, if you like this video, leave a like, or comment, or both. See ya in the next videos, comrades.
Ready, comrade.